yo. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Today is it's a good night. It's the 70th, well, on the 78th episode of the In Your Face show. And I'm here with my main man, you know what I'm saying? Cool, a cool guy, cool friend. You know, we working together, get this thing out, get that thing out. Mr. Dennis Knight. What's up, brother? Introduce
Hey man, thank you so much
yourself.
for having me. This is a genuine pleasure. See you making moves in the industry. Very happy to be a part of your next project. So just happy to be here, man. Let's get into it.
Awesome. Yo, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? So, man, I've been waiting for this day, been waiting for this more
Yeah, man. We talked about it a
episode,
few
man.
times. I know like
On our
scheduling,
way
I
to
like
200.
set things up.
Well, see, man, it's been a little while. I've been working on this shit to get this thing out
Yeah,
there,
I know, I
man.
know. Yeah, I know, I get it, man. It's a lot of work, man. People don't realize how much work it takes.
Brother, oh my god. So, what inspired you to, get into comics, get into the comic world?
Terrible idea, man. Don't recommend it. You're gonna be frustrated, hungry all the time, trying to scramble money to pay for things and pay people. But it's worth it. Like to see the finished product in your hand, to like go to a convention to show somebody what you worked on, see them take genuine interest in it, and like either spread the word or buy it is like it's a great feeling. Like I can't put it into words. And that never gets old. Like every time I do a show, every time I do a convention, someone walks up to me, "Hey man, I read issue so and so. I loved it. Thank you so much." Like they shake my hand, I give them an autograph. It's nice. It's a nice feeling.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know what? I've never been to Comic Con in my life yet. Never
I
been there yet.
mean, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. I mean, there's tons of events, tons of people. It's a lot, but you make it worth your while. You know, like the networking opportunities are great. You meet a lot of like big artists who either have tables or like doing panels, and sometimes you get a chance to sit down and talk with them. Like you pick their brain a little bit. They give you advice, they give you tips. So it's a great networking opportunity.
Well, it's weird because like I heard that a lot of the part of the Comic Cons, man, that a lot of them strayed away from comics. They're more towards pop
Pop
culture
culture,
now.
yeah. But there's still some good ones. There's still some like
And
down
I'm like,
home,
what
like
the hell? Why are you calling?
it's a weird space, man, because it's like number
Yeah,
one, I get it because they're trying to attract more people, and they do that with pop culture, so they get like a lot of social media
right.
influencers, things like that, and they focus on the big artists, like the guys who work for DC, they work for Marvel, and like the big independent guys. But at the same time, it's like the attention is shifting more towards TV shows, anime, stuff like that. But you get in where you fit in. Like you just try to stake your claim where you can. Like piece of land, piece of real estate, and just like you work the show as hard as you can. You make as many sales as you can, and just like you do what you can. And also, it's important to promote yourself while you're at the con and while you're on social media because that's how you attract people to come see you.
Right. You know, a lot of the stuff that I've learned, man, like being in the comic industry, you deal with a lot of fucking personalities. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
yeah, you deal with a
100%.
lot of personalities, man,
Mixed
and
bag, man.
like
I mean, for the
how
most part, most people are cool, but you do
like
get like
bro,
a couple of bad apples in the bunch. Guys who are jealous, guys who are petty. Like they want to see you succeed. They spread lies about you. I don't think it's happened to me that I know of, but I've seen it done to other people, and that's not cool.
well, trust me, I've dealt with my fair share of petty. I've dealt with my fair share. I dealt
Most
with a
like you mean
lot
for
of them,
business.
though. Like, oh my god, I mean, you know about a couple situations, so you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. You talked
right.
quite a few times, so but not so about all the work that you've done, tell us about your history in the game.
Okay, well, I got my start in 2012 with Pronto Comics with my first creator-owned comic book called Cross. It's about a contract killer who finds out he's terrorist in the alternate universe. He has to travel to the alternate universe to fight himself and save the world. Big shout out to Dominic Sperano. He's the guy who picked me up. He checked out he checked out my submission, and basically he signed me. And like I said, this guy is good. He has a team together. And what's great about Pronto was like by the time they approached me, I already had 4 issues already done. So we was ready to jump out the gate. We had 4 issues ready. My first convention was New York Comic Con in 2012, and I sold my comic book out of Collectors Kingdom comic booth. Rest in peace to Mike. He was owner. He passed away a few years ago. Great guy. He really loved independent comic books, and he really gave us a shot. Like he showcased a lot of Pronto's comics when we were first starting out. Great guy, great store, and yeah. So I've been doing that since 2012. Now it's 2024. Still around. People spell my name right. Can't complain. I'm happy. Getting projects here and there. Working with big shout out to Comic Book School with Buddy Scalara. I've done a lot of panels with him during New York Comic Con, Eternal Con. We do a lot of educational panels about just the in and outs of comics, marketing, how to use social media, how to put a team together, just like the real logistics that you don't really get to see on the TV shows and the movies and stuff like that. So I'm very grateful for working with Buddy and Comic Book School.
Awesome. So I have a topic, right? So what do you know about putting a whole creative team together? What's your motto and what's
a lot of my friends, they call me Nick Fury because I can put a team together in the snap of a finger because I've been in the game for a little bit. So my network is pretty strong. I know artists, I know inkers, I know colorers, I know basically the people who work actively in the comic book industry. Most of them are good friends of mine. I could reach out to say, hey, listen, I got this book, I got this project, I need a team. Would you be interested in working? Most times they say yes, but also depends their schedule, what they have going on. So yeah, I'm pretty capable of putting a team together if I need to.
Awesome. Putting a team together, to me, man, you have to have an eye for talent. You have to have an 100%. Eye for talent. If you don't, yeah.
Man.
If you don't, it's like night and day, dude. You can put a team together and they could mesh well. You can put a team together and they'll fall right through the crack.
Yeah, man. I've learned that the hard way, bro. It's just it's not just it's like talent is a big part of it, but also you have to see how they work with other people, how they communicate, and how they take direction and instructions. Because some people, they're like, oh, I'm not doing that, I'll do my own thing. And then messes up your project because they're not listening to instructions. Because you have an idea, you have a vision for the project. The person goes off on their own and kind of defeats everything and then get back to square one. And then if you're paying this person, you're out of money because you already paid this person. You have to redo everything all over again. So that's more money out of your production budget to get the project done. So you have to be very careful who you pick and make sure that they can work well and take direction.
That's why, see, if you're going to work with a person, you got to make sure they're fast enough to get your work done.
Yeah. Time is definitely an issue. I would say the perfect turnaround for a finished comic book page with just pencils and ink should be for one page, maybe 2 days, 3 days max for one page. But some people say they could do a page a day. I've yet to see it. I yet to see it. But to be realistic, 1 to 3 days should be a respectable turnaround for one finished page of pencils and inks. I'm not talking letters, I'm not talking color, just pencils and inks. Because that's the foundation, that's the bare bones of your page. Because then the colors and letters, all that stuff gets added later. But you need to have the pencil inks done first. That's first and foremost. So that has to be done as quick as possible so you can move on to the next step of the process.
See, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I prefer, if I'm working with an artist, I prefer for them to do it digitally because they get it. Okay. That's quicker.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of pencil. Reason is because if you're doing a pencil, what if you mess up and then you have to erase the shit? And you got the erase marks on it.
I've been there, man. I work with I know digital artists. I know guys who it's really also you have to work with the medium that you feel most comfortable with. If you feel more comfortable with digital art, then by all means, reach out to a digital artist because that's the style that you're looking for. That's what you want. So I would expect you to hire a penciler and then you're expecting digital art and they don't deliver and then you get upset because that's not what you asked for. So ask for what you want and you'll get it. Don't hire one person and they're magically going to change it to what you want. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly, bro. I've been there so many times, man. Yeah. A lot of the stuff that you deal with, bro, You deal with come on, man. My niece scared the hell out of me. But yeah, I'm on the phone, on the show. I get you. I get you. I'm on the show. All right. Yeah, she was telling me about the pizza, about the pizza and them. But as I was saying before I was really interrupted,
Mhm.
uh, but what I'm saying is that like putting a team together is like night and day, bro. Night
Yeah,
and day.
it's an experience.
A
It's
lot of
definitely
that.
a process for sure. A lot of people they don't realize that when they're first starting out, they're just gonna
Hell yeah,
magically like, pick these people. Everything's gonna come together magically one time, one and done. No, there's gonna be disappointments. There's gonna
exactly.
be setbacks. You're gonna cry a lot. Just
And you deal with
you earn your bones that way, and that's how you learn those learning experiences.
yes,
That's how you grow.
yes, and you deal with ego and
Oh yeah,
ego. You deal
100%.
with egos. Yes, you do, bro. You don't know how many egos I've dealt with when it comes to people.
Yeah,
Man, like,
they're out there.
and
They're floating around out there
yes,
for sure.
bro.
Like
And I've been in
the whole person, but man, I'm messing people like, wow, okay.
exactly, bro.
It's just
Yo,
like
and
you know
I've
what?
been in
It's just like really okay. Like you don't want to say you're not all that because that's not professional. But at the same time, it's like bro, like I never heard of you. What are you talking about? You know, it's just like,
exactly, and I'm
but you know,
like, damn,
you gotta take it with a grain of salt, man. You just gotta keep it pushing. That's the best advice
bro.
I can give you.
Oh my God, like I swear on my life, bro. I came across somebody one
I know,
day, and
I
it was
get it,
like,
man. I've been there. I know what you mean. I know what you
bro, I
mean.
came across somebody one day, and it was like, yo, um, for me to do this, it'll cost you like $200 for pencils and ink. I said, huh, bro? And I swear to God, I swear on my life, this shit looked like chicken scratch, my nigga.
I mean, some people that have like inflated egos, they're not realistic. Because if
Bro,
he's charging 200 per page, that's like Marvel DC status. Like he's published Marvel DC and he's like successful. Like
even look
average,
on
the
some real
average
stuff.
artist for Pencil East, I've seen people charge from 50 to 100, maybe 150 for Pencil Inks, and 100 that person's like Jim Lee status, like God tier nice. You know, it's like not some guy off the
Right,
street.
right. You see, this is the thing, though. If you really look at it, if you really put in a perspective,
Yeah,
even a lot of the artists at Marvel and DC, half of their shit is trash.
I mean, and that's the thing is like is I don't think it's on them all the time because like the thing is like they have deadlines, and granted you
No,
have to
no,
meet
I
the
understand.
deadline.
Yes, 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 yes.
But at the same time, it's like if you got somebody breathing down your neck, like how can you like really draw? How can you like
Right,
draw,
right,
fine art or
right,
like good art if someone's breathing like that? So yo, we need it. They're just gonna do whatever just to hand it in, just say they did it.
right. But see, now I've seen some shit where they get it done and it should be looking marvelous,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, for sure.
Woo, that shit was good. But then I'm looking at something and I'm like, dude, like, but see, some artists they trick you with the eye part, where
Mhm.
like from afar they're good at pinups, right?
Right.
But they're not good at
Sequential art,
sequential
which is
art.
what you need.
Exactly.
I always
And
say
I'm
just
like,
because you can draw, I mean you can draw comics, man. It's like a whole nother
man,
science to it, man. You gotta
bro,
really
and I'm
know
like,
eye movement,
bro,
layouts,
because it's
all this
like,
stuff comes into effect, man. Like anybody could do a pinup, but it's like to be a like skilled artist, you gotta be able to visually
yes,
tell a story without the words.
yes,
That's like first and
it's,
foremost. You can't do that. I mean, you
it's
can't should be making comic books. Sorry.
right, right. And I got you got John Amble,
Yeah.
Ebel, Apple, my man from years
He
ago. We knew
is
we
a
were each other.
beast, man. If I ever met John Epo, I'd kiss him on his forehead. We supposed to go out for beers and chicken wings someday. He's the man. Yo. I love
Actually,
him.
John
He
Eple,
punks.
me and John Eple, we know each other from years ago. He did a
Yeah.
piece for a fan art for Jarhead.
No, he's dope,
He
man.
fan art
Yeah,
for
I
Jarhead.
love his art. Anytime he's doing something, he'll show me. Like he's a real cool dude. Really, really talented. Really down to earth.
Yes,
We
he
need more of
is
him in the
very
space.
awesome.
Like for real, he's
Very
a real
awesome.
great guy. I bother him almost
Very
every day
awesome.
on Facebook. Like he's one of my good friends, for real.
Very awesome. He's a cool guy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for
We
sure.
met. We know each other. We know each other
Yeah,
for
no, he's
years.
good people for sure, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Trying
sir.
to get him to New York, but he says it's too expensive for him right now. But one day, man, I'm gonna get him up here somehow, somewhere. We'll find a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Hey, one day you never know. You never know.
That's what you never
But
know,
hey,
man. I've met so many people, and it's just like how. Like I've got one thing I love about working in comic books is I get to meet my heroes. I meet people who I had the comic books like in my collection, like, and I get to like shake their hand and meet them. Like I've met Neil Adams before he passed away. Rest in peace, great guy. And Neil Adams, he's like the grandpa of comic books. He was there when everything started. He's worked for Marvel, he's worked for DC. He's like super talented, super nice.
Right.
And he's a wealth of knowledge about the business, the industry, everything, and especially art, man. He's great. Miss him. Met a lot of people. Buddy Scalaro, I met him, great friend of mine. And he was like in the business, like, you know, back in the 90s, Marvel. He's worked with Wizard Magazine. He's done a lot of things, a lot of panels, a lot of education. So if you ever need information about how to like make a comic book, make it in the comic book industry, check out his comic book school website. He has tons of information and it's free. All I have to do is go to the website and check it out. Great resource, especially if you're just starting out, need information. He's the guy to go to for sure.
Very awesome, very awesome. You know, so you know, like man, like when you talk about being able to, you know, who is your top 5 favorite sequential artists?
Sequential art: Alex Ross, Jim Lee, Brett Booth. Who else is there that I like? Oh, there's so many, man. Todd McFarlane, like I loved his run on Spider-Man when he was at Marvel. I loved his Spawn comic books as a kid. I read those all the time. His art is amazing. And Greg Capullo, that's my top 5 right there.
See, man, you know my top 5, man. Because I, you know, I've been looking at comic books since I was like 6.
Okay.
6. And I like Joe Madura.
Okay.
I like
Joe Madura, he's a beast, man. I love him. His Battle Chasers, what? His Battle Chasers blew me out my seat, man. That was such a great comic book. The art was amazing. The story was great. Huge fan. Fan.
I actually played the games that he drew for.
Yeah. He actually has a video game based on Battle Chasers. It's an RPG.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah, I think it's called I think Darksiders.
Something like that.
I think it's
hold on. I got it on my phone. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. I got it on my phone.
Yeah, because then there's another game called Darksiders, right?
There's Darksiders, and there's one for Battle Chasers that he actually had a big. Oh, hold on, Battle Chasers. I want to say Night Stalk because it has like all the main characters from the comic book in the video game. You could like actually make teams and like pick them and like switch them out and like you grow the levels. It's very, very good.
Hell yeah! When I first saw this art, I was like, man, I gotta work with this guy. That
would be a dream for me too, man.
I mean, because if you really look at it,
that's the game. Battle Chasers Night War. Trying to get in my camera.
Oh yeah.
No, amazing. And it's like a mobile game. So like, and the graphics look amazing. There's animation and everything in it.
Oh shit, man! See, you know, I was thinking, man. Oh, what's top 5, man? Top 5. Eric Larson.
Yeah.
Eric Larson
Sure.
got it good.
Very talented.
And Joe Kubert.
Oh yeah, Kubert's great. I love Kubert.
And Christopher Hart.
Okay.
I actually have some of his art books of how to draw and everything.
Oh, nice.
Actually, you know what I'm saying? Some of my greatest pieces came out of his from his books and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. Have to check it out someday.
Yeah, man. All of it's from way back from like I say the 2000s, 2009s and stuff like that.
Okay.
You would love all of those books because it goes from jot by jot by jot and it goes from era to era. You know what I'm saying? It goes from the cutting edge.
Right.
And it goes to like the darker Bob Wire type art.
Okay.
Or then it goes from the golden era type artist style.
But it's cool how like it changes over time, like the art styles, all that stuff that changes. It's very interesting.
Yeah. I had all of his books, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be an artist back then. You know what I'm saying? But not no more. so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But yeah, man, like so how do you balance your work and all of the stuff that you got going on the team?
Just time management, man. I got to take out time for myself. I have to rest, I have to sleep at some point. I work a day job also, so it's like day job, and I work on myself when I can, days off. Or like just I really want this. So it's like you have to really want it. You have to really want to be here. So you're gonna make the time for it, when you can.
Well, I had a thought, right?
Mhm.
Have somebody ever came to you and said to buy you out of basically wanting to work with them, meaning basically you specifically work for them and work with them.
Exclusively, nah, that hasn't happened to me yet. I mean, people they made me offers, and like I'll take it or leave it based on like what they're offering. But I consider myself like a free agent. Like if you got a project, you want me to work for you, okay, let's talk. And then like we go
Right.
from there. But I don't take every
Right.
project because it's like sometimes I honestly have to believe in the project or believe in the person to take it on. I don't
Well,
take
see,
one just to take it.
well, see, our see, story presentation. It has to be able to. You have to be able to relate to it.
Oh,
You have to be
100%.
able to understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can't write if you can't relate to it. You're
Exactly.
the voice
And
of the project. If you don't feel what the character is feeling, then how are you gonna write it? You can't. It's impossible.
exactly. Like an artist is like, see, and that's why I say um, telling a person what you want is better than just having them do it their own way because they'll
Yeah, for
put
sure.
their
Because
own
you have a
shit in
vision.
it.
It's like if they
You
don't
know
go
what I'm
inside
saying?
with the vision, then like they're wasting your time.
Right, right. But see, when artists is working with me, I let them know, look, this is what you do. This is what I want you to do, but also put it in your own way.
Right. It has to be like more of a collaboration. Like
Exactly.
tell them what
Ex-
you want, but let them do it their way. And then like most likely it'll end up the way that you want it in the first place.
Exactly. But see, a lot of folks, a lot of folks, and I used to be so hands on where it'll drown out
Micromanage.
what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And see, me, I was young in the game at one time and
Right.
didn't know shit from squat.
Right.
But now I let them do whatever they want. But see, if you teach, if you, it's like this. If you're hands on with the artist and with the writer, you at least get to take them on the journey of the story of getting what you want out of what
Right.
they're doing.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
difficult
saying?
because like basically all this stuff is in your head. So you're trying to like tell a perfect
Hmm.
stranger what you see in your head, and hopefully they get it the way that you see it in your head. It's not easy.
Well,
Not everybody can do it.
well, I mean, it's easy for me because I could tell you exactly what I want, but
Right.
if I don't if I don't if I don't get you to in your head think about what I'm saying,
Right.
what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I get you.
And it's a lot of people who can't articulate what
Yeah,
they doing. You know what I
I've been
mean?
there, man.
And it's
Yeah.
like to be honest with you, like my mind is going 19 miles an hour each and every day, all day.
Right.
So like before I write with somebody, or before I give somebody something to write, I allow them to just imagine what they're doing. Just
Right.
imagine it and visualize it.
Right.
Because if you visualize what I want you to do, you'll be able to get it. You understand it. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
All right. So exactly. So okay, when you're doing a project with somebody,
Mhm.
what was the most difficult art that you writing that you've ever had to do?
Mm. I wouldn't say most difficult, but the most challenging. I worked on a mini series with Drum Productions. It's called Plan 79 from Planet Earth. And basically, the story is Earth is destroyed, and these humans are actually traveling through space to find a new planet to inhabit. So they're searching for a new home, based on a new home planet. So I'm writing the script, and like for 2 weeks, I was stuck on a certain point in the story. I couldn't figure out like how to like make it make sense, how to make it like cohesive. And man, I remember one day I was watching TV, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I got it. Ran to my desk, just started writing, and like I planned it out, and it was perfect, man. But it took me 2 weeks to get it together. That's probably the longest ever took me on one page for a comic book.
Damn.
Yeah,
See, It takes. I'm telling you, man. Have you ever had a writer's block before?
Oh yeah, all the time. My worst
Hmm.
enemy. It's just a part of the business. It just comes with it. Like for me, I've learned like you can't force writer's block. Just have to like let it go on its own course. Like do something else, take your mind off your script. Maybe go for a walk. Maybe go out to dinner with some friends. Maybe play video games, whatever it is. Like, relax you, take your mind off things. When you're not thinking about it, that's when it comes to you, and that's when you can start writing again.
You know where I get my greatest ideas from?
Where?
It's from movies.
Yeah,
Watching movies,
yeah, yeah.
and or you know what? Or I could just be sitting down one day and I could just watch just something around me and I could pick up a character, bang.
Sometimes it happens. Yeah,
Or
you least expect it.
yeah, and it's like see, that's how I got the name Jarhead because I was sitting there just watching something and I heard somebody in the movie say Jarhead, and I'm like, hmm, the hell? That's a catchy ass
And
name.
you just start exploring things. Yeah, sure. That's how it happens. You start writing things
Exactly.
down, things start developing on their own, and just like you kind of run with it.
Exactly. So then, I was watching another movie and I got the Mohawk. Then I got the big guy. Then all that. Then it all came together. And then
Yeah,
bang.
little by
Then
little.
you
Like
put
you get inspiration from everywhere. Just like everything comes together, just kind of like try to put together.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. And that's why when it comes to your art, when it comes to the most creative ideas that you've had, how long has it took you to really get it out your mind and get it out your head, get your idea out your head?
Phew, man. I would say to get everything the way I want it, like from concept to print, 6 years. That was my first comic book series. Cross
Damn.
took me 6 years.
It took me longer. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you why. Setbacks.
of
You're going to
course.
go through a lot of setbacks, bro. You're going.
It's
Oh my god.
it's
Doing your first comic book is going to be
the
hell
hardest.
on
The first one's
earth,
always the
bro.
hardest, man. You don't know what you're doing. You're trying to
Oh
get help.
my
Nobody want to help you.
god,
Like, it's rough, man.
bro. If you just
You want
coming in
to
the business, you better know somebody. Because if you don't
it
know
helps.
nobody,
It helps
you
if
going.
you know. That's why I say anybody who's like starting out, I say is build your network first before you try to break into the business because you don't know anybody. It's very cold out here. Very cold.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god,
You
dude.
get
If you
on
go.
if you get into a project and learn first before you do your own project, I would suggest do that. Start with an
Hell
anthology that somebody's already doing, it's already in print. Try to get on the anthology. Get breaking that way. It's a little easier. Not as much pressure because it's multiple stories. It's not just your story. And then
yeah. Right.
most of them are shorter. You could do an 8-page anthology and boom, now you're published. Now
Right. Right.
you can use that to kind of like shop it around. Hey, I did this. I'm looking for my work. Do you have anything? They can actually see what you've done.
Right.
You got
And
off the
see
street
that.
in your hand saying, "Give me a job." It's different.
Right. And see that's. And if you do the route where I came in, from a standpoint of doing my own thing. I didn't want to
Right.
write for nobody.
Right.
So got to get in where you fit in, just like
Yeah.
Mr. said. Like,
Experience
bro,
where you
I
can, man.
promise you.
That's all you can do. Get experience where you can. Help out when you can, because you never know. Sometimes you help somebody out down the road, and they'll help you out. You never know.
Exactly. Like, bro, I promise you that when I first got into the business, it ain't. It's like if you bump into the wrong veteran, the wrong person that teach you the wrong shit, and
Yeah.
then you come against somebody that teach you the right shit, and you be like, "All this time I was listening to
Yeah.
the wrong motherfucker," and
Yeah.
then
Listen to bad habits when it happens. People give bad advice all the time, and they swear by it. Like, no, that's not how you do it. Don't do it that way. Please don't do
exactly,
it.
like, bro, I promise you, like, that's why it's good to it's good to build relationships, and it's good to not
Yeah.
um when you build those bridges, don't burn them, don't burn them,
Yeah,
don't.
man. I mean, that's the best advice you can give anybody starting out. Build strong network, be polite, be friendly, be professional. Don't burn bridges because it's a small sandbox. Everybody knows everybody. Once you're in the comic business, we probably know the same people just based on being in the comic business. It's just like
Hmm.
it's so small. Like it's a huge business, but it's very small at the same time. So you have to be careful. Be professional. Don't badmouth anybody. If you don't like the project, don't like the art, just keep it to yourself. There's no reason to blast it on social media because it doesn't help anybody. It's not good.
I mean, it's kind of like the hood, basically. Everybody knows everybody. It's
Yeah,
family
for
tree.
sure.
You know,
Yeah,
hey, I may know you. Hey, somebody else may know you. Somebody else may know me. That
yeah.
on in your circle, and that's why I said, man, it's crazy um how it's like that. But and see, if you have enemies, and I mean enemies in the industry, and you know what I'm talking about when I'm
Right.
talking about enemies, bro. Like people would just come up to you and start a fight with you for no reason.
It's silly, man. It's like I call it common business high school. It's like everybody has their cliques. Everybody has their like everybody sits at a certain lunch table. Like I don't like that
Bro,
person because of so and so, and then like you can't like him either because of so so. It's so stupid. Just the way it is.
bro, in this industry, bro, I learned a lot. And it's a difference between constructive criticism
Oh yeah,
and criticism.
yeah, for sure.
Constructive criticism is they telling you what you did wrong, but also
How can
building you
you
right
improve
back
it?
up and telling you what you did right,
Yeah,
right? But then there's the criticism that's an asshole
yeah. They
about it.
just tear you down. Yeah, that stuff is doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you, especially if you're trying to know improve your work and better yourself. Like
Exactly.
criticism that tears you down is not going to help you. That's not constructive. So I don't listen to that. I just focus on constructive criticism. How can I make improve myself as a professional? How I can improve my work? That's what I focus on.
Exactly. And then see, that's why like keep your for the people that's trying to break in, keep your circle small. Don't be so quick to make friends in this business because if you try, just let them come to you. Don't try to go up to them and try to, hey, let's be friends. Because not everybody is so quick to be your
Yeah,
friend.
I mean, you have to be a good judge of character. You really have to
Mm-hmm.
kind of like keep to yourself and never at the same time. If that makes any sense to you,
Mm-hmm.
because like you kind of can tell who you can approach and who you can't.
Exactly.
Like you get
Because
vibes with people. Like some people, they just don't feel like talking. They don't feel like meeting new people, and that's cool. That's all right. I
truth
don't
be
have to meet
told,
people.
a lot of people roll in packs in this industry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Clickers,
Yeah,
clicks. You know what I'm saying? And dog, I've seen my fair share. I'm like, dude, what the hell is this? You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
it's the nature of the beast, man. You just gotta do your best and focus on the positive things. So that's the best advice I can give anybody.
That's why I was like, nigga, oh boy, y'all's crazy. So, okay, what is the most important lesson you have learned in your career?
Before you start a major project, put a budget together first. Once you get that budget, stick to it. Don't overextend yourself because once you do that, you're in a world of hurt, and then like you really can't bounce back from that. It takes a while.
Right, and you just better make sure that you get an artist that agree to that. 'Cause,
Yeah,
whew,
man. Contracts also. I mean, like if you can get a contract involved, have a certain page rate, timely manner to pay the person. That way, everybody's clear. There's no misunderstandings. The artist understands what is expected of the person, and the artist knows what is expected of you as the creator, quarterback, whatever you want to call it.
yeah, because like, and you have to treat your artists the right way, treat
Yeah,
them
for sure.
right.
Be fair.
So,
Best advice I give you: be
bro,
fair.
you know how many complaints I get from a lot of the stories I've heard from artists how they worked with somebody and they did this and they did that and
Yeah, I heard a
like
couple of horror stories myself. It's
like dude,
like some artists they don't get paid, or like they don't get paid the amount they're supposed to get paid. Like the creator or the promote not the promoter, but the creator is basically the main person in the project. He's the person that's involved in making sure people get paid, taking care of production costs, all that stuff. And it's like you can't give somebody a sob story, or I can't pay you because I have to pay this. No, like you're responsible for everything. So just make sure your budget is right and make sure you have the money put aside to pay the person when you say you're going to pay them.
that's why I would say, me on this type of thing, dude, like I fell on hard times. We all fall on hard times,
Yeah, it
man.
happens to everybody.
Yeah, and that's why I say, man, like that's why you have to be able to, keep your head level.
Yeah, for
Keep
sure.
your head. Like, cause you're going to get some times where they're going to fucking annoy the fuck out you. You know what I mean?
I mean, you have to have thick skin in this business. You're not gonna like everything that you hear. You're not gonna like everything that you see. So you just have to kind of like not tunnel vision, but like just like hold your head and keep moving forward. Like just keep being positive. Best advice I can give.
We got a uh Kev as film, Kevin's film. What's
Oh,
good?
tell us what's happening.
Yeah, Kevin's film. Yeah, what's up? What's good? You
Yeah,
know. Also, man, okay, got another question for you.
go for it.
What is the most important quality for your success?
To be honest, I just want to make cool stories, man. That's my success. Making cool stories and like hopefully people like them. Like the money, that comes later. Just focus on your craft, cool story, beautiful art. Make sure everything comes together. Make sure everything makes sense visually. Just put it out there as best you can. That's the advice I can give.
Right, right, right. True that, true that, true that. You know, have you felt like your project is the way you're doing your projects and the way you're doing? Do you feel like you're going fast tracking, or do you feel like you?
I do feel things are picking up for me now more so in the last, I would say, 2 years than since I started my career. Because like I'm getting more emails. We're reaching out to me more. Like, hey man, I have this project. I had you in mind. Can you take a look? Can you have time to talk? So I'm very grateful for those conversations. So I say things are going the way that as fast as they're supposed to be going.
All right, it's crazy, man. Like I get a lot of collaboration. People want to collaborate with me with
Sure.
Jarhead, and dog, I'm like, I don't want to collaborate right now with certain people because bro, like that character don't mesh well with what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
I mean, you talking about like people want to do crossovers with you and stuff like that.
Like collaborations when I'm talking about like cross stories and shit like that.
Yeah, crossover. Yeah, so like they want to
Yeah,
have the character featured in your comic book with Jarhead. Yeah, I mean it's a cool idea, but it's like it can't work with every character that's out there because there's certain
exactly.
moral compasses. There's certain like things like the characters that just don't make sense in the same
Right.
universe.
And it's so and like sometimes like I want to get to that point, but I'm on to something big here. And eventually every artist that I'm working with that we're working on, every writer that I'm working with, I have a big surprise that I'm with working on. I can't tell them, but working on a big surprise that is going
Right.
to knock everybody
Yeah.
off their feet, and it's going to basically help everybody explode up big.
Right.
And I'm eventually trying to get them to where what I'm saying, where they need to be. I don't mind helping people. I don't mind building them up. I don't mind that shit. So it's like helping everybody and shit like that.
I mean, it's part of the business. Is like I'm grateful for all the help I've received. I'm also in a position where I can help people too, and like I'm very grateful for that. I was like, whenever I do a convention, someone like if it's a small convention, I have time. Like I can sit down with somebody, I look at their script like, while I'm at the table, like point out things, and I'm like try to help them out because it's like there was nobody there for me when I was starting out. So it's like if I can help
Right.
somebody else starting out, I'm gonna do it.
One thing I learned is that some people that come to you always put a smile on your face. Always have a
Yeah,
smile on your
that was a good feeling, man, because it's genuine. It's like they really dig what you're doing, and like that's what makes it work.
right,
That's what keeps you going.
right. And always have a smile on your face. Always give a firm handshake.
Yeah,
Firm handshake, and always greet everybody with respect. And
yeah,
because if you, it's like you have to be able to understand what you're going up against. You know, and dude, like, not many people. How many people was like, tell us a story, but then I felt like they was being a dickhead. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean, there's a way to tell the story without giving everything away. Just like you give them an elevator pitch. That's what
exactly,
you gotta say. Give them an elevator pitch. Just give them like a sample. Don't tell them the whole thing. And if they really want to find out the rest, they'll buy the book.
dude. And I'm telling you like this, I'm still learning.
Yeah,
on the presentation part with that to learn on the elevator pitches. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Because, bro, you know how you go up against, you know how this industry is.
yeah.
There's so many dickheads in this industry, they don't know how to control what they say. And so they offend you with what they say, then you might have to punch them in the mouth. So,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean,
or
the best
slap
thing
them,
to do is like
you
probably
know?
have like a pleasant interaction with a customer or a fan. Like you're polite. Try to be like engaging. Trying to I like you want to be there. That's the best advice I can give you. If you're tired, get over it. If you're hungover, get over it.
Bro,
You have to be on. Like it's like you're a performer, like you're an actor. You have to be on while you're at the convention because you are your best representative.
right. And
You
that's why,
your personality, you're selling yourself. You're hoping like the person likes you enough and that they'll buy the book or they like the story. That's why you're there for. That's your purpose. So that's what you have to
right,
treat it like a job.
right. And that's why I said, bro, like having people that taught me, that taught you, it's better to learn from watching what they do than to try to do it your damn self and try
Yeah,
to,
like I said, like
dog.
the cool thing that you can do if you're first starting out and you know somebody who's in the business, help out at their table at a convention. Then you have hands-on experience. You get to watch them run their table, see what works for them, see what might work for you, what doesn't work for them. Like that's the best way to learn because it's like first starting out and just doing a convention your first time by yourself is insane to me. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. That's crazy.
Mm,
That is pain and
mm.
suffering. Like I don't recommend.
That's why the best idea I have if I'm going to do a convention.
What?
Now, if you ain't got the money to do this, don't do it. I thought about it like this. I thought about if you're gonna be at a comic convention, have a sexy ass female. I'm talking about fucking sexy boy, big breast, big ass, all that, right?
Yeah,
And she's standing there and she's presentation of your project and everything, and she know how to sell.
right.
But you know how motherfuckers is. They're gonna go for the booty and the titties more than they're gonna go for the product. So they're gonna buy your stuff based on those titties and based on that booty. They're not gonna pay
That's
attention to
sad but
that.
true.
So sex sells. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I mean, hey,
yeah, for sure.
look. Everybody got tactics. You better learn your own niche. You
You have
better
to
learn your niche
do what
before
works
you
for
get
you.
there.
Yeah, basically, for sure.
Because if you don't learn your niche, boy, I'm telling you, get there and you're gonna be bloody. All the sharks gonna be waiting for your
Yeah,
ass too.
know your audience, know who you're pitching to. Make sure because
Hmm.
the thing is like people they pitch to everybody, and not everybody wants to hear your pitch. Not everybody wants to see your story. So you have to know who you're marketing to, know your audience. That saves you a lot of time and a lot of money too.
Hmm. Now, see, you know, having a thought, having a big heart in this, like you got to be quick to say no sometimes when it comes to in this industry.
Yeah, I mean you can't know your limits. Know what you can and what you can't do. No, you
Yeah,
can't help everybody because people have different needs. Maybe your skill set doesn't fit their needs, and then you might be doing more harm than good if you do help them, So you have to know what you're good at.
exactly, man. Like being a creator, you know, it's not so easy doing what you do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you a creator just like me.
Yeah.
It ain't easy. You know what I mean? It ain't easy at all. You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
it may look easy, but it's not.
Hell no.
You really have to have
Hell no.
dedication to what you're doing. You really have to believe in what you're doing to do it because it's like the money doesn't come right away. Sometimes you end up losing money because you have to pay people before you even get paid, before you even get the book to sell. You have to pay the people to do it for you. So
Hell yeah. Hell
you
yeah.
can, man. You just you hold on as long as you can, and then hopefully you get that payoff one day, man. Hopefully.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know, um, so what would be when it comes to your projects, right? All your projects that you had, what would be your best elevator pitch?
Best elevator pitch, I would say something that's quick. Shouldn't be more than a few seconds. Just tell them the basic concept, the basic premise of the story, and that's it. Don't get into too
Right.
many other details. Don't make it longer than it has to be. Like, actually, you should time yourself. I mean, elevator pitch should take you no more than 5 seconds, if that much.
Right, right. Cause yeah. 'Cause I mean, Have you ever been on Reddit on a comic book forum?
I've seen a couple of articles, a couple of things. Yeah, it's very informative.
Don't go on there. Don't go on there. I'm telling
I
you.
don't. I mean, it's a lot of misinformation too, though. So you have to be careful, like what you take on, what you like take to heart, because
Hmm.
it's like everybody with a computer is an expert. So you got to be careful.
A lot of them, a lot of those forums, some of them are dead. Some of them
Right.
are dead. Some of them are not as strong as you may say. And yes, they do give you false information.
Sure.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Um, yeah. Hold on. Another question for you.
Yeah.
What is the most significant change you have seen in comics and more?
Biggest change I've seen in comics in the industry.
Hmm.
I would say it's a lot more people doing them than when I first started out, which is
Yeah.
a good thing, I would say, but it also could be a bad thing because it's like you have different levels of quality with the projects and the work. And some of the work I would not call professional quality because it's like a gaggle of people just throwing stuff together to sell it to make money because they see the movies, they see like the success of like Iron Man, or Black Panther, and they can do the same thing. But it's just like just to curate that fan base took like 60, 70 years. So it's like it takes a long time to curate a fan base that huge. So it's like
Right. Right.
independent comic book is going to take, and I'm saying it's not going to blow up because it might, but it's going to take a lot of time. A lot of people are unrealistic on how long it's going to take for it to become like a household name or be financially successful.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's a lot of things that you deal with that
Yeah,
you
right.
are, you know, you can put it down on that. Yes.
I mean, people see the
Yeah.
fun side of it. People see like the after parties. People see that you up behind the table giving autographs. That part is cool. Yeah, sure. But people don't see what it takes you to get to that table. People don't take what it takes what it takes for you to get that invite to the after party without a professional. So you can talk shop, have a meal, sit down, talk. It takes time, man. It's a lot of hard work too, man. It's like
Mm.
people they will approach you based on the quality of your work, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Like if I
Mhm.
didn't do good work, I don't think I would be able to talk to a lot of people that I talk to nowadays. I really don't think so.
Well, I've seen some of the most. That's like an ugly guy getting the most sexiest woman.
Mhm.
You wonder, I'm like, what the how?
Right.
You know what I mean? But hey, he's at the right time, right moment, right situation.
Yeah. I mean, it happens, man. I mean, it's just like I would say, just if you want to be in this industry, be prepared to work hard. Be prepared. Things are not going to go your way all the time. You just have to kind of like be a struggling person, like roll with the punches and like push forward.
Because you will get hit with some gut punches. Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah, for
will.
sure. If you don't, I would be concerned. Like, wait, nothing bad happened to you? Like, I don't believe you. Like
Yeah.
something bad has happened to everybody in this business.
Hell yeah.
Some way
Trust
in their career, something had a setback, something that turned off their way, something went wrong, something.
me. Something, bro. So, how do you handle criticism?
Um, Grain of salt most of the time. Like if it's constructive and they have a purpose behind it and they're trying to help me, yeah, sure, I'll listen. But it's just like they're just trying to turn me down, make me feel bad. I don't listen to it because I don't have time for that.
Right. Right. Who are some of the most influential people in your life right now that have pushed you to do what you do right now?
My mom, for sure. She's funny. She's like my biggest fan, and I appreciate her every day. I mean, like I told her about my idea. She's like, "Oh wow, that's great. You should call the Marvel people and tell them because you're smart. You know what you're doing." So it's just like she doesn't get it, but she understands that I'm talented, and I appreciate that. So she pushes me a lot, gives me advice when I need it. Who else? Dominic Sperano, very good friend of mine. He was my first editor, and he's always willing to give me advice or give me an ear if I have to talk to him. Never too busy for me, so always appreciate that. Who else? So many, man. Buddy Scalara, another big influence on me. Great working with him when I can. Anytime I got him out, I jump to it because he's a good guy, good people. And it's funny because it's like I remember one time he was doing a panel and one of his panelists couldn't make it, and I'm sitting in the audience, and he goes, "Hey Dennis, you want to jump up in here and help me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So jump in the seat and like I'm just taking questions. I hunt with a panel just like anybody else. That was a good feeling, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's very awesome. Very, very awesome.
Yeah, man.
And John said, if they aren't feeding me and fucking me and paying me, I generally don't care what they say. That's my nigga.
I
That's
mean,
my
that's
nigga.
sound advice, though. We can't go wrong, you know. Sound advice.
Hey, that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Fuck
Yeah,
what they got
sure.
to say, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like in this business, everybody has an opinion about everything. So it's like you really, really have to filter it out and not really let it get to you because it's like if you get mad at every time somebody says something to you in this business, you'll be mad all the time, and I don't have the energy for that.
Mhm. To
Just
be
gotta like
honest with you,
punches, take it with a grain of salt, and just keep it moving, man. Focus
to be
on your
honest with
craft, like, focus on your craft and making yourself better. Don't focus on
you,
the
yeah,
negative things out there. Don't focus on someone who doesn't want to see you make it. Don't focus on the person who says, "Oh, your project is trash. I hate it." Don't listen to those people because it's just they're
right,
miserable people who hate everything. So why
right. And
punch them in the picture?
it's crazy because a lot of people in this industry, man, are so quick to just be assholes, dog. Just to be assholes, just to see what if they could get a
Yeah, try to get a
rise
rise
out.
out of it. Try to get a negative reaction. Yeah, that's some people live for that, and it's sad because it's like there's so many other things you can focus on than making somebody
Hmm.
have a bad day. There's so much more you can do.
That's why at the end of the day, when they do that, I'm like, oh, okay, I see. That's why, to be honest with you, a lot of people in the industry, I'm not cool with a lot of them. Because to be honest with you, like, it's like I expect them to turn on me. You know what I'm saying? You expect
Right,
it
right,
because you're not close to them. So
right,
you seeing it from a far eye. You already
right,
know what they're going to do before they do it.
right.
Azteca. Yes, sir. But at the end of the day, bro, you can't trust people nowadays in this industry. You can't.
I mean, I'd say trust people as far as you could throw them. You know, it's like if you have a good feeling about a person, most times they're a good person. You know, if you're getting
Yeah.
negative vibes, you're getting like icky vibes, and don't mess with that person. Don't associate with them.
Hmm. That's why I was like, man, when me and you first met, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get along. We're gonna
And
get
listen,
along.
I
We're gonna
try to
get
do
along.
work, man. Like I like telling stories, and I like working with people. So it's like, if you got a project, want me to work, send me an email, give me a call, let's talk about it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. How do you stay focused and motivated, bro?
I mean, if I don't, nobody else will. Nobody can be motivated for me. I chose to be here, so I'm trying to do the best I can every time I touch a pen. Every time I get a project, I'm trying to treat it like my first project. I don't want to get lazy. I don't want to get complacent because once you get complacent, you need to leave because it's like there's so many people out there that are waiting for the chance to break into this industry to tell a great story and you just hold on space at that point.
Mm,
If you're not trying to do your best, don't be here.
mm, true. You know, you know, damn. Everybody in comments, how are y'all liking the interview right so far? And Mr. Dyke, how you liking the interview? You hear what I said?
No, sorry, I'm zoning out
I
for a
said
second.
how I said
No,
how
this
are
is
you liking
cool. I appreciate because we're talking very candidly. Like I appreciate interviews like this. I don't like the robotic interviews that have like a list of questions, just like go through the motions. This is like a very heartfelt conversation, and we're just recording it. That's what I feel.
Well, I try to I put my show to where it needs to be because people a lot of people have a voice that hasn't been heard, and
Right,
if
for sure.
a lot of people are not, why not give them a voice
Right,
or a platform that allows them to speak, allows them to be themselves, allow them to say what the fuck they want to say, however the fuck they want to say,
yeah.
whatever the fuck they want to say.
No, it's very
Because
important, man. Especially
bro,
because in
I've
this
been on
industry,
shows,
man,
I've
can't.
been on shows, hell yeah, I've been on shows where nigga, oh my god, bro, I've been on shows, I've been on shows where you got 15 seconds to talk or to get your shit out, and
Yeah,
15 seconds, 15 minutes, dude. Like mm-mm. But I've met some cool people on those shows.
Yeah, for
I've
sure. I
been on
mean,
some of the
it's a
most.
mixed bag. Everybody has their own structure to their shows, like their own format. So it's just like some of the formats don't fit you as a person because it's like, if you want to like have time to explain your thought or like, talk about your project. I'm not saying have all the time in the world, but you have to have more time than 15 seconds sometimes,
Yeah, bro. Like, dog. Like, whoo. Like, dog. Like, that's why I say to you, man, your work is very awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Very awesome. And I'm actually happy that we met, man, because
Oh,
that
same.
we could
Likewise.
build a foundation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And after the show, I got something to tell you. But
Okay.
two, um, oh yeah, forgot about that. Tell the people about where you're going to be at very soon.
Oh, yeah. Free Comic Book Day is May 4th. And I got invited to the Indie Art Festival at Anyone Comics from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. There's going to be a lot of artists there. So come by, say hello. Oh, also, if you come by Anyone Comics on May 4th and you have a script that you want me to take a look at, I will gladly look at your script and give you some pointers. So anybody out there who wants to be a writer, wants to bring in the comic books, come by, ask me questions, let's chat. All right.
Awesome. So I have a question.
Yeah.
For you, man.
Hmm?
Okay, when building all your projects, right?
Hmm.
Okay, who is the most relatable character that is most closest to your heart?
That's hard. That's asking me who's my favorite kid, man. That's a tough one. Oh
I
man.
see. I like to ask the most hardest questions.
Yeah,
See, I
yeah.
love.
That's Evan. Oof. All right. Let me think about it, man. Yeesh. Wow. I don't know, man. It's the first time I actually got stumped in an interview, so A+ for you, man. That's never happens to me ever.
Hey, I know how to answer. I know how to ask
Yeah,
questions. You
no,
know.
for real. That's a good one. Wow. Let me think. My most heartfelt character, I'd probably say, is Dot from my Cross series because I based him off my cousin David, who passed away a few years ago.
Mm.
So I took a lot of his own cousin. My cousin David, who's like, very jovial, always joking around, very happy person. I just put a lot of that personality into the character. So that's probably my favorite one, my most heartfelt
Mm.
character.
Awesome, awesome. Has somebody ever tried to steal your artwork? Steal your
No,
work?
nope. Knock on wood. No, not yet, but it could happen. It's a possibility.
Boy,
Oh,
if you
that's
didn't believe.
why I say to anybody out there who wants to break in, before you pitch to anybody, any publisher, copyright your stuff before you start pitching. Because if you don't have a copyright, it's fair game and they will steal it from you. Copyright,
Hmm.
trademarks, before you pitch to anybody, before you show anybody. Lock that down first. Once you have it, shout it from the rooftops.
Hell yeah, because like I said, man, I've had so many people try to steal Jarhead so many times, dog.
Yeah, it happens, man. And it's unfortunate. We're just like, it's the nature of the business.
That yeah, that's, trust me, yeah, bro. Like that's why I say like you'll find more value because somebody will try to steal your shit away from you.
Yeah,
That's
for
how
sure.
you know your shit is very good and very valuable.
I wish they would just tell me it's good and keep it moving, but that happens too, I guess. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah,
Bro,
just
like
gotta protect
I'm
yourself.
like, that made me fucking happy. They made not happy, but they made that was like okay,
It makes you realize that
not,
you're onto something, for
hell
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
onto
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
But yeah, you still gotta protect that shit. You know what
yeah,
I'm
for sure.
saying?
Protect yourself always.
But yeah, yes, and like for all the people in the audience, well, in the comments or whatever, can y'all do me a one favor? Can y'all do me a favor and like and subscribe to the channel, and to get all that is in your face, so so that whenever we go live, whenever I go to a place, you get all the exclusive content, all the Kickstarter stuff, what I'm about to come out with it soon. And yes, very much. because
Yeah, for
I'm
sure,
about
man.
to do
I'm gonna
something
subscribe after I get off this interview with you. I'm gonna subscribe myself just so I can keep updated with all the stuff that's going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, without further ado,
Mhm.
I like to take this out. Are you finished about what? Are you finished with
Yeah.
everything you said,
Yeah.
or
I'm good. I'm good.
you sure?
Yeah.
All right, now. All right. I so thank y'all for watching. It's been well. It's been an in your face show. Oh yeah. Peace.
Take care.
Hold up. Hold up.